When I first heard the quote, technology is a useful servant but a horrible master, that resonated with me so much. This is not going to be another video telling you that the solution to your brain rot problem is to delete social media, have a digital detox, and boom, all your brain rot problems to be solved. Because let's be real, you've tried that before and it didn't work. And that's why you're watching this video now. Because one thing about me is that I love a good TikTok scroll. You legit could not pay me to delete social media, but I still consider myself smart and others do too. So how did I do this? I did this not by removing social media off of my phone or having a digital detox, but by creating a life, building a life that makes going off of social media when I need to easy for me, placing habits in my life that engage my brain in a fun but healthy way. And that is exactly what I want to share with you in this video. I'm going to be talking about the 4 things that I do every single work day in order to keep my brain sharp and active, all while still allowing myself to have a good TikTok scroll every now and then. And now you know that I'm not a fan of just having a list of tools or having a list of habits and just thinking that that will automatically change your life. So of course, at the end of this video, I talked about how you can actually implement all of these habits, all of these tools into your life and actually see changes in terms of your brain rot situation. So make sure you watch to the end and let us get straight into the video. Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hope you're doing amazing today. So as you can tell from the title of this video, we're going to be talking about brain rot. With the social media, with technology now, like I said at the beginning, it really truly is a useful servant but a horrible master. And if you allow social media to infiltrate your life and just become your master, basically, that is what leads to brain rot. So in this video, I just wanted to share some tools that I use in order to keep my brain fresh, in order to keep my brain active, and just curb the brain rot situation without having to delete social media, because social media is a good vibe, right? I love TikTok. I love laughing on TikTok. TikTok is, I love a good TikTok scroll. I love a good doom scroll. But yeah, as I said in the beginning, it's just so that you can have other tools that you use and other parts of your life that just help you to keep your brain active, and that will really help. So yeah, let's just get straight into the video. The first one that I have is brain gain. If you're not training your brain, you really need to be doing it, because it activates your brain in a way that is fun and in a way that is easy for you to do. The tool that I use for this one is Lumosity. And guys, when I tell you, that app is so amazing. They have different games that you can do for different parts of your brain, different brain skills, like for instance, for your speed, for your problem solving, for your attention. Like, it's just so amazing. The games that they have on there are just amazing. And with brain games, it can be like it's kind of boring, but no, like, they have different games. They have a plethora of games that you can try, and every single day the games are different. So that is just really, really nice. So for me, how I use this tool is that every single morning before I start my work, I just do that just to wake up my brain and have that brain workout. Basically, we work at our bodies, but we forget to work at our brain, and it's just really good. Of course, there are scientists behind this app, so all the games that you're playing, all the things that they're telling you to do, all the prompts that you're doing, of course, you can be rest assured that they're going to be activating a part of your brain, and that just really, really helps me. And of course, it's completely free. That is one thing that I love about this game. And so of course, these are my games for today. So you can just go there, click on it, and just play, and you're good to go. So yeah, I just really love it. As you can see, we have speed, we have memory, we have attention, we have flexibility, we have problem solving, math, language, just so amazing. So of course, for my stats, as you can see my stats, so I have my very first LPI, that's 918, and as you can see now, it is now 106, like 1631. So as you can see, that's just really like progression. And honestly, I do feel smarter, like, as I'm working, I do feel smarter, and it's just a good way for you to be more aware of who you are. So of course, as you can see, my speed is the highest for now, and my memory is lowest, which I kind of think that's accurate, because and as you can see, you'll be able to see your game progress profile, your planning skills, you'll be able to just see things about yourself and about who you are and everything like that if you pay. So I think it's like 23,000 for the whole year, if you're in Nigeria, because they have that thing where they reduce the price. That's really nice. I'm definitely going to subscribe to it this week, I believe. But yeah, that's just it. Train your brain, guys, because once you can just train your brain, once you can do these game exercises, of course, it really, really, really helps to stimulate your brain in a really good way. And yeah, just 15 minutes per day, you can get that done, right? So yeah, that's the first tool that I have for you. And then the second tool that I have is learning a new language. Okay, so guys, honestly, as I'm telling you this now, if you had asked Shawa 3 years ago, would you like to learn a language? I'd be like, what? I can't learn language. Because for me, it was like I never learned my native language, like I can understand, but I never learned to speak. So it was just a case of, okay, how will I ever become bilingual? But now I am bilingual and I learned French. And I feel like the fact that I was able to learn French, that just really upped my smartness. Like that just really made my brain more active and more sharp, because there are so many studies like once you become bilingual, especially when you take that initiative to do it when you're already older, because when you're younger it's kind of like easier for you to do it, but if you're older and you actually learn a language, you are training your brain in so many ways to think differently, to just see the world differently. And I feel like it's just an amazing way for you to keep your brain active and keep your brain sharp. So of course with this one, I know like some people diss on Duolingo, but honestly Duolingo really did help me a lot. Like Duolingo taught me French. Duolingo taught me French, and that's just it. Duolingo taught me French. And people may think that, oh, it's just like a game, and that's just the thing. Like all these things, like learning does not have to be boring. You do not have to go through hell and high waters just to learn a language. Like it can be fun. That's what it was for me. I was doing Duolingo and I learned the language, and I finished the whole course on Duolingo. And now, je peux parler français. C'est vraiment évident pour moi de parler au français, de m'exprimer, toutes les choses comme ça. Et bah, je suis tellement contente que j'ai réussi à apprendre le français. Et that's just it. And I feel like learning a language just really forces your brain to focus, adapt, and remember stuff. And of course, that's just really helpful if you want to clear your brain fog and everything. And I feel like if you can put in that time in the day, you would notice that it will just help you. It's just a different way to live your life. It's just a different way to see things. Because now, guys, like all of my YouTubers that I watch, like, well, most of them are French YouTubers now, and that's just like really fun. It's just a way to discover different cultures and all of that. And yeah, I just really love it. It's just such an amazing way for you to clear your brain work and keep your brain active, just keep your brain sharp and everything like that. And then the next one that we have is reading. Of course, we have to talk about reading, because reading really will change your mind. Like when you're reading, you just get to have dopamine, but the dopamine that is slow, the dopamine that is gradual, right? Because you're reading, you're getting into the story, you're figuring out about the characters and all of that. And when there's even like drama, it's not drama that just hits you at once. No, it's like it builds up. And just that feeling of just having to just uncover a story as you're reading it, that's just really helpful. Of course, it can be fiction, it can be non-fiction. It improves your concentration, your vocabulary, your critical thinking. And I even saw something like a TikTok that was saying that, oh, that reading even helps you become a more empathetic person. And it's so true. Like I'm just realizing it now that it's really true, because you get to go into the minds of different people that are maybe not like you. Maybe for instance, I'm an introvert, I go into the mind of an extrovert and I see the way an extrovert thinks. Or maybe someone, because no one is perfect, right? And then I read a book about someone who is not perfect, and that just helps me to really see, even if I do not understand, at least see things from her own point of view. So yeah, that just really helps with emotional intelligence as well. And I would highly recommend, guys, like, and that's just the thing. Now we're living in such an era that because of technology now, like you can download ebooks for free. And of course, I will never be one to say like if you have the means to do it, but for me, I knew that if I wanted to be buying books, I'm just not there yet financially. And I was able to find like a site where I can download books, which is Zlib. I'll leave the link down below. And guys, like, we have access to all these books now. It is not hard to get books to read, and you can read it on your phone. You can just have a good time, right? And yeah, that's just it. So like reading is no longer gatekept, or like you have to have like a lot of money to keep reading as your hobby, because books can stack up, right? Books can stack up 6k, 10k, and it's like, oof, where am I going to see this money to buy this? So now, because of technology, we can read these books for free. So yeah, I would highly recommend reading as well. And then the last one, which is kind of my favorite, especially for the whole brain watch, situation, which is giving your brain breathing space, but with a twist. And I did that by replacing music with lyrics, with background music. in certain parts of my day. So what I have done is that during my baths, so when I have my bath in the morning, I'm gonna have my bath in the evening, I use only background music. So for instance, I use music like, jazz music. I use music like lo-fi music, because as you're listening to those beats, there are no lyrics there, and you can just live your life. You can just do the things that you're doing with that slight background music in the back. As I'm listening to the music, I get to, be able to think. So many of my ideas, guys, have come to me because I'm listening to that music. I'm in a vibe, I'm in a zone, and I can just really like think, but not in that, stressed way. Like, just get my brain time to just like, relax and reflect basically. And I feel like background music really does help me a lot, because when you're listening to, music with lyrics, that would just really be stimulating your brain a lot more. And, of course, sometimes it's fun if you want to dance, if you want to, I'm not saying that you should never listen to music with lyrics again. You could also try that as well. That is what really helped me to just, keep my brain, stimulated, but in a good way, where I can still have my thoughts and I can still hear my thoughts and everything like that. Those are my tools, and of course, as I promised, I'm going to be telling you how you can actually implement these things into your life. And of course, if you are not new to this channel, you already know what I'm about to say. Can you guess it? Yep, have a routine. Yes, because if you do not have a routine, trust me, I know how easy it would be for you to, I think I'm gonna try that. Oh yeah, I'm gonna download this app now. I'm going to be using it on my phone. Oh yeah, I'm going to download that book. And then you wake up the next morning and you start thinking, but which one should I do first? Should I do my brain games? Oh wait, I have all this thing I want to do. Well, I'll do it later. And then you repeat that again. I repeat that again. I repeat that again. So of course, guys, you have to have a routine. You have to have time for that. And honestly, like as I was saying in the beginning, TikTok is part of my routine. Yes, scrolling on TikTok is part of my routine because it's something that brings me joy. And that is just what I was saying in the beginning. Like, you do not have to cut these things out of your life. You do not have to say, okay, I'm never going to use this again. No, but just have set time for it, right? So for me, with TikTok, with social media, all these things, I have given myself time to do it. But it's just that I have strict boundaries of how long this thing is going to take me. And technology is a horrible master if you cannot have that form of agency over how you'll be using it, when you'll be using it, where you'll be using it. That is just what really now leads to brain rot and leads to you not being able to get off your phone, and leads to you just scrolling for hours because you do not have those set boundaries in place that, okay, this is what I'm going to do it. And of course, it's not even that. Also, when you now demonize it and when you're not like, oh, I'll never use it, oh, I'll delete it from my phone, and then you do that for like 1 day, 2 days, it lasts, and then the third day, because you do not have any set routine, when you now download it, you just go back to normal. You just go back to the way it was before. So that's what I would highly suggest. Have a routine and put your TikTok into your routine. Put your scrolling time into your routine. Put all these things that I have said, the reading, the brain games, put it in your routine. Learning language could be 30 minutes. Brain games could be 15 minutes. Reading could be 30 minutes. Do you understand? And that will just really help you to, just reduce decision fatigue, because those are all the things that really do like contribute even more to like you feeling like brain rot and you feeling mental clutter, because you are always like trying to make decisions on what you need to do and when you need to do them. But if you have a routine and when you already decided that, okay, this is what I'm going to be doing and this is how I'm going to be living my life, these are the things that matter to me and these are the things that I want to make time for in my life, you create your routine, your morning routine, afternoon routine, evening routine, night routine, and then you put your work blocks in between those hours. That would just really help you a lot. So yeah, I would highly suggest that you do that. And yeah, that's just that for that. Thank you so much for watching to the end of this video. I really do hope that you got inspiration on what you need to do, and just inspiration on how to live a smarter life, have a sharper brain, a more active brain. So yeah, of course, I talked about routine because I feel like routine is really important, but of course it can be quite daunting to like start doing it all at once. So I would highly suggest that you use ChatGPT to help you with this process. And of course, I created a video where I took you through exactly how I use ChatGPT to create my daily routines and all of that. So I would leave this video here and I'll see you there. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.